Making headlines this hour, Maldives and Zambia formally established diplomatic relations. Defense Ministry reveals plans to formulate a regulation in handling of weapons banned in Maldives. And Economic Ministry decides to extend operating hours of petrol sheds, cafes, restaurants and shops in Maldives.
Hello and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Mariam Shaushat. The visiting United Nations delegation to participate in second Ambassadorial Workshop calls on President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum. The Ambassadorial Workshop 2018 was held under the theme Developing Sustainability, Sharing Experiences, Seeking Solutions. The workshop aimed to provide a useful platform for everyone to discuss, exchange lessons and best practices on developing sustainably and on how economic growth is undertaken while preserving the natural environment of the country. The three-day workshop, which was held at Banus, Maldives, was attended by representatives from 14 countries. The Maldivian delegation was led by Permanent Representative of Maldives to United Nations, Dr. Ali Nasir Mohammed. Maldives and Zambia formally established diplomatic relations. The joint communique formalizing diplomatic relations between the two countries was signed by Permanent Representative of Maldives to the United Nations, Dr. Ali Nasir Mohammed, and the Permanent Representative of Zambia to the United Nations, Lazarus Kabambe. Speaking at the ceremony, both ambassadors expressed the desire to forge a closer cooperation between the two countries and to maintain better coordination in their work within the United Nations and other international arenas on matters of mutual concern, especially in advocating climate change, peace and security. The establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries marks a historic opening for cooperation, connecting the peoples of the two countries in all areas of mutual interest. Zambia is a landlocked country in Africa, situated on the southern African plateau with a population of approximately 16 million. Zambia is the 166th country to establish diplomatic relations with the Maldives. Ministry of Defense and National Security reveals plans to formulate a regulation in handling of weapons banned in Maldives. Speaking with PSM News, Defense Ministry said the institution is currently working to formulate a regulation specifically for the handling of weapons used for security on international ships which passes through Maldivian waters. Moreover, Defense Ministry has been drafting important laws and regulations aimed to enhance the security and sovereignty of the country. Ministry of Environment and Energy Tariq Ibrahim calls on former President Mohamed Nasheed to refrain from spreading misinformation regarding the development projects conducted in Maldives. Speaking at the ceremony held to sign the contract of establishment of sewerage facilities in 3 islands, Environment Minister Tariq Ibrahim said, while the government is continuously working for the betterment of the citizens of Maldives, some politicians are spreading fabricated information in foreign countries which undermines the foreign investor trust in the country. Noting that such development projects were not brought to Maldives during the past administrations, Minister Tariq assured President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum will always work to enhance the livelihoods of the people. Ministry of Economic Development decides to extend the operating hours of petrol sheds, cafes, restaurants and shops in Maldives. Speaking at a program aired on PSM News, Minister of State for Economic Development Adam Tawfiq revealed the changes was brought due to the numerous changes brought to the timings allocated for the transportation of goods. Furthermore, State Minister said that the government decided to extend the hours due to changes in livelihoods of Maldivians. Following the changes, petrol sheds will be closed at 100 hours and cafes and restaurants at 100 hours. State Minister Tawfiq stated the ministry is now carrying out administrative works to extend the operating hours of some businesses to 24 hours. According to Tawfiq, the ministry is formulating comprehensive guidelines and regulations for businesses to operate for 24 hours. Ministry of Education reveals Wi-Fi connections have been established in all educational institutions under its efforts to digitalize this education sector. The ministry said currently work is underway to test the Wi-Fi connections set up in schools. According to the Minister of State for Education, Ahmad Shafil, the work of establishing the Wi-Fi network is conducted in collaboration with the national telecommunication partner, Dirago. The State Minister added the ministry has now acquired and brought some of the tablets to be distributed to schools as part of the digitalizing project. He said the ministry will begin distributing the tablets to schools this month. According to the ministry, schools would begin using the tablets by the beginning of the second academic term. The ministry has conducted training programs for teachers to initiate the process. The government allocated over $10 million in the state budget for the digitalization project of the education sector. More than 70,000 Huawei-branded tablets would be utilized by teachers and students under this project. Public service media PSM takes over the management of the biggest cinema hall of Maldives, Olympus. Previously, Olympus was managed by National Centre for the Arts NCA, which functions under Ministry of Youth and Sports. PSM said it would ensure the management of the cinema hall functions within the guidelines of the youth agenda of the administration. In this regard, PSM revealed it aims to conduct training programs to upscale the sidelined entertainment sector of Maldives. Olympus Cinema Hall, which was first opened on May 21, 1959 and was renovated and relaunched on March 1, 2013. Maldives Sports Limited MPL reveals plans to commence school bus services in Kuludufushi Dalu Atoll by mid-year. MPL stated it is currently working to attain the vehicles needed to commence this service. Maldives Sports Limited MPL is successfully conducting bus services in Addu City, Fuamula City and a link road of Lamu Atoll. Providing public transportation service to the Maldivian population is one main aim of MPL. In this regard, MPL is now planning to commence school bus services in Kuludufushi of Dalu Atoll, while the company also has plans to commence the service in Mala City as well. Speaking to PSM News, Assistant CEO of MPL, Rabih Mohammed said a survey is currently underway to assess the most feasible size of buses to commence the service. Rabih Mohammed revealed the service will be commenced with buses which can accommodate about 20 passengers and added the buses will be brought along with the shipment of buses to be used on China-Maldives Friendship Bridge. Revealing the main aim of MPL is to provide citizens with a better service rather than generating an income, Rabih noted the service has been well received by the public. According to MPL, the project will cost around $6.4 million. Maldives has taken major steps towards the enhancement and betterment of the lives of autistic children in the country. In this regard, government and the non-governmental organizations have initiated key projects to disseminate awareness on providing a fair share of role in the society to these citizens.
World Autism Acceptance Day is an internationally recognized day marked on April 2 of every year, encouraging member states of the United Nations to take measures to raise acceptance about people with autism throughout the world. It was designated by the United Nations General Assembly resolution and adopted on December 18, 2007. Maldives has also joined the global movement to mark World Autism Acceptance Day, which is celebrated this year under the theme Empowering Women and Girls with Autism. Under the theme, the world would focus on the importance of empowering women and girls with autism and involving them and their representative organizations in policy and decision-making to address these challenges. This year marks the 8th year since Maldives started celebrating the Global Day and has organized various activities to raise awareness on providing a fair share of role in the society to these citizens. In the past 4 years, the administration has taken key steps to ensure comfortable lifestyle and fair chance of daily routines for these children. In this regard, the administration of President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum has ensured educational opportunities for autistic children in all schools of the country. In addition, under the all-inclusive education policy of the administration, teachers have been given special training programs to educate these students. A special policy is being implemented under the unlimited health insurance service provided by the government to attain health services from abroad for autistic children. Furthermore, lenient accommodation policies have also been introduced by President Yamin for the betterment of the once marginalized group. Maldives has also established an autism center which provides expert services in all fields and works for the empowerment of the autistic people.
JW Marriott reveals plans of launching its 4th resort in Maldives in November of this year. JW Marriott Maldives Resort and Spa would be opened in Shawiani Atoll. According to the developers, JW Marriott Maldives Resort and Spa is a 55-minute travel from Velana International Airport, VIA. The resort would be developed with 61 villas with attached private pools, 32 beach-side villas and a treetop restaurant. JW Marriott currently operates Maldives Womboli Resort, Sheraton Maldives Full Moon Resort and Spa and W Maldives. As part of a strategic development plan to further boost the economy of Maldives, the current administration aims to launch 20 new resorts this year. We'll be back with more news after Astra Prayers.
الله أكبر الله أكبر